Today I'd like to take some time to listen. First, I'd like to kind of soothe or relax the mind or settle down mental restlessness or like hyperactivity. I'd like to take some time to slow down, kind of settle down, and then just hold the space, have the space to listen, to be receptive, to feel into this direct experience. To open to what is arising right now in this experience. I'd like to explore the kind of emotional tones, the main feelings coming up. Not from a intellectual or like problem solving sort of standpoint, but more in a receptive and accommodating way. Just taking this time and holding the space. To listen to this very personal experience. So perhaps gradually relaxing or releasing the habit of attention always shooting outwards to an external object, an external idea, place, possibility, mental image of the past, of an anticipated future. I'd like to take this time to kind of relax and settle this mechanism. And listen to what's going on. Like right here and right now. Not what could be or what should be or what was. Just what's happening right now and right here. Oh, that was a super long intro. If that sounds good, welcome. always a pleasure to have you tuned in. And let's get started. So, as usual, if you'd like to do this as a formal seated meditation, you can do that. But also, if you just like to listen while doing something else, while preparing to sleep, or while going on with your daily activities, I think that might work too. Okay, so if you'd like to sit down, you can sit down. Put your phone away. Get comfortable. You can notice a few breaths. Air entering the nostrils. The chest rising and then collapsing. You can notice, or rather bring attention to, the positioning of the spine, of the back. Let's allow the spine to be straight, upright. But still comfortable. Still relaxed. Let's allow the shoulders to be at ease, not hunching over, just nice and relaxed. The neck also, and the positioning of the head. Let's explore and see what positioning feels good. Nice and stable. And the feeling of the feet. If they're planted on the ground, just taking a moment to notice what that feels like. your legs are crossed, whatever part of your body is planted or connected to the ground. Taking a moment to feel that. And also the hips and the buttocks. Just noticing how they're positioned, how they're planted on the ground or chair. And what sort of tone or what sort of feeling does being situated like this, what tone does it give to this bodily experience right now? With the positioning of the spine and the feet, the hips, what tone does that bring to this experience right now? If we find ourselves drifting or moving into thoughts, into thinking, we can gently just come back to the body. Sensations in the feet, the back of the ears, the forehead, around the traps, we can keep coming back. Again and again. Back to this bodily experience. If we notice we may be holding any tension at any point, maybe some tightness between the eyebrows, or in the jaw, some clenching. Let's see if we can allow those to soften. Let's see if we can allow this body to be at ease. From the top of the head and down to the toes. And if any points feel tight or heavy, or uncomfortable, let's simply notice. Notice those sensations. And hold the space. Allowing and fully honoring exactly what is arising. Fully honoring and attuning to exactly what this body is experiencing right now. Let's stay with that. The actual sensations in the body. relaxing and releasing more and more into this ease. And whenever we start thinking, returning again and again to this immediate experience. Staying with this. Now let's see if we can introduce the intention. The intention to listen to the emotional tone of this experience. Not in a intellectual or conceptual way, but in a more visceral and direct way. What's the emotional tone of this experience right now? What is the emotional tone arising in this personal experience right now? what sensations or flavors of sensations are arising. And how am I relating to these sensations? It's not something to think about or figure out. Just leaning more and more into the feeling tones of this moment and this experience right now. Bringing attention to this bodily experience. Around the chest, around the stomach, around the throat, and expanding to the felt sense of a whole body. Let's continue to hold this space and take the time to see, how does this feel? To listen, like what's going on here? Not from the mind and the infinite, endless stories of the mind, but more in an embodied and intuitive way. Maybe from the heart. Let's continue to sit, continue to breathe, and continue to listen. Nothing has to be any certain way. Nothing has to be done. Nothing has to be fixed.